Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. Gramps, O's, air. You're not listening to the minds of Terry's Moon, and I'm here to carry out God's duties, motherfucking responsibilities, you know, for sure. And right now, this is the motherfucking Venus series, and we finna get into the first sign, which is Venus and Aries. Now, Venus and Aries people. Now, my daughter got Venus and Aries, so I can tell you this off back, up front, up, jump off the roof, and still come back up and have a lot of energy. I can tell you about this. Tell you now. Look. What happens here is you put Venus. Venus is a planet of love. Now, off the bat, it's detriment here. You know what I'm saying? It's at work here, so it puts itself to work. It's at a place it really don't want to be because it rules Libra. So it's at home in Libra, and it's away in Aries. So it's at work in Aries. You know what I'm saying? So and Venus is sleep. It's sleep. Which that means it falls in Virgo, so it's sleep there. So that means it's sleep, and it's exalted in Pisces. So that means it's where it want to be. It's where it can express all its wonders and do whatever it have to do before it has to go back home. You know what I'm saying? And do what it have to do. So. And that's where it shine the brightest, where it's in this, it's really it's doing what it wants to do. You know what I'm saying? It's its happiest. At home it can be happy too, but at home it can also be boring. You gotta understand that. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. When you at home all the time, it's not so fun. Say the difference between you being at home, right, and you being at Disneyland, Disney World. You know what I'm saying? Disney. So compare that to exaltation to home. At home, you still can do what you want to do. You're in the comfort of your home. But look, check this out. Also, if you at Disneyland too if you at Disneyland too long, you may get homesick, and you may want to go back home to do what you regularly do. So that worked here and there and bad and good too. The exaltations and the home of the planet. So you know what I'm saying? That's just an example of the planets and another way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? But right here, Venus is in the Aries. So right here, you take it's in the detriment right here. So it's at work. So you got to work a little harder for love, basically. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, and the way you love or the way you think you should come across love may be at odds with others. It may be because you're too into yourself or how you see it to the point that you don't see how others see it, so you come across unpleasant. You may come across unpleasant, but you may attract others who like that type of way of expressing themselves, because you know Venus deals with the feelings. Now a lot of your feelings is going to be hot temper, a lot of up jump beat, and so when it comes to love, which Venus deals with this planet, and receiving. And how and receiving from others, and how to interact with others, and how to participate in certain subjects or certain situations. This is how pleasant you're going to be. Aries may come across as Aries here may come across as they look the best, even if they ugly or something like that. Aries and Venus person have a certain confidence into themselves, because they even look at themselves in the mirror and be like, I don't give a fuck if I ain't all that or nothing. It don't even motherfucking matter. I'm still who I am, and I got certain qualities about me that somebody gonna like any motherfucking way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfucking Aries females know what it is. Aries, Venus and Aries. Now we can't talk about the sun sign is different. Sun sign is your actions. Moon sign is your reactions. You know what I'm saying? Mercury is your communication. Venus is your feelings, your how you feel. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically you're gonna feel like you're number one. You're gonna feel like you should be number one in everybody's life. You know what I'm saying? And when people show you that they ain't, you go find people that are. You know what I'm saying? And in situations like this, you feel love should be expressed a certain way, and everyone should have a time to themselves. Now this right here too is a tricky, because Venus and Aries people need time to themselves, because they have to regenerate, they have to rejuvenate, something like the Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? Too much time around others consume their own personality to the point that they're concerned about that. See, Aries, especially Venus and Aries, are concerned about their personal awareness and how they come across to others, which that's the planet of Venus is the planet of how pleasant or how whatever you come across to others, and how you receive energy from others. You know what I'm saying? And when it's in Aries, you know what I'm saying, Aries is already it's a giver sign, so you more on the side of people with Aries and Venus are the people who may speak first if they want to get into a relationship. These are the people who may they speak up first. They talk first. They're the aggressors in a love situation. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones who write the letter first. They're the one who send the first text. They're the ones who send the first inbox. They're the ones who go down in the DM first. You know what I'm saying? Them Aries and mother Venus and Aries. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they feel. They feel like the opportunity need to be taken, and I need to speak up, or if I don't, I may miss my chance. I may miss the opportunity. And Aries love to be first. They love to be first in line. So and it's in competition a little bit too. They see where a other may achieve, they feel like they can achieve also. So even if for a male Aries and Venus person to be on Facebook, and he may see a girl or whatever, and he may see she got a lot of likes, he may jump into that conversation. See, a lot of other signs in Venus may fall back. They may look at it like, well, I'm not gonna try to get with her because she look like she already got a lot in line already. That probably look better than me. But not with no Aries and Venus. A male Venus and Aries motherfucker right now be like, hold on, I'm finna jump into this competition right now. I'm the one, and she gonna know what I'm. And you gonna do certain creative type of shit to get the attention of whatever girl, leave comments or whatever you're gonna do under her Facebook page. You're gonna do some creative shit to stand out than everybody else. But the difference here between Aquarius and Aries, which is the sextile, see, Aquarius may do unique shit and leave the thought and leave a person drawn to come back. The Aries may do something, but if they don't see the response, they may overdo it and then come off over aggressive to another. Even if the Aries and Venus don't seem like they come in aggressive, but they're doing a little too much without knowing it, because they're trying to spark a reaction. And if they're not, it's the quick sign. It's the quick sign. So if they're not getting a reaction or a fast response, then they feel like it haven't been seen, or they need to do more. They just trying to spark that response. But one thing they can learn, which is the opportunity from Aquarius, is everything don't need a reactionary response. People see you. Just fall back. You have to understand. They see you. The way you coming off may not be warranted for a person to show their expression yet to what you're actually doing. So you have to understand that too, because what you may be doing may be so left field and out of the norm that other people have to see it and understand it for a while before they feel comfortable with understanding what you're trying to do, because they're going to understand what you're trying to do. It's just the way you're doing it is in a far left way, which is Aquarius. Which is Aries and Venus, but Aries in general. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing too. But in general, Venus and Aries, people they like to play. They like to, you know what I'm saying, their way of love is playing around, maybe doing things, you know what I'm saying, they enjoy it. It ain't always got to do with goddamn sports. I know it's a lot of goddamn Aries out there that just be like, goddamn, I don't even like sports. Why every time I listen to a fucking Aries fucking reading, they got to tell me about fucking I'm doing sports, so I'm doing some fucking commando dive, hoovering, fucking invasion, rolling backflips out of an airplane in fucking war and shit. No, that's not me. No, I know it's not. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I got you. I got you. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it could be in a form of anything. You know what I'm saying? Which Mars is the ruler of Aries and Scorpio. But the way it plays out as Aries as itself is the warrior. Yeah, it's the warrior, but it doesn't necessarily mean warrior as in combat. You know what I'm saying? You could be a warrior against combat, but that defeats that purpose. But we talk about inner as the natural Aries energy. It's the combative of knowing how things are and knowing the way you are and knowing how to separate the difference. That's the combative. That's the energy Aries carry, because they know it's an energy out here. They know how to separate what's out here and what been brought here. They know what was here wasn't brought here by what was already here. If that make any sense. If you're Aries, you know what I'm talking about. And this goes for all Aries. Like you know for a fact that your energy presence is from a place that you know your energy presence is here in a place in a bunch of stuff that wasn't originally from the energy presence that was originally here that manifested all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Basically. So when that comes into Venus, you know what I'm saying, this is the way you love, this is the way you appreciate. And a lot of times you can come across as selfish in love matters, because you could think that everything or how things supposed to be, or how people show appreciation, you think that it's supposed to be the way it is in your head. And it may not be that way. Other people have other ways of showing it. Like, you may have somebody who appreciating you or showing you love or whatever like that, but just the way they doing it may turn you off, and you may get negative towards them, and you're not understanding that they're showing you love. It's just the way. It's just Aries is the sign of the I am. So when I step into Venus, sometimes it only understands its own way of the expression, and it has to learn other ways of expression, which is the polar opposite of the Libra. Which is that's the balance they do. You know what I'm saying? The give and receive they do. So Aries will be here to learn from the, if it's in Venus, it will be here to learn the expression of others, and learn how not to be judgmental, and know when others are giving you love and when they are not. When, and vice versa, in Libra, it does well here because it knows this already, which it does this in Venus. But the polar opposite that Libra still has to learn from Aries is sometimes you have to become selfish. Sometimes you can't, because if you have your Venus, because Venus and the Sun in Libra will work a little different, but in the Venus, which is the ruler, it plays well here because it know that, but it's still a polar opposite to Aries. So at some point in time in their life, they're still going to have to learn to keep some of their intellect or some of their emotional state, or something to themselves, not to be such an open book. They're gonna have to know how to do something, or have something to themselves, as far as even the smallest thing, like even a secret, anything. At some point in time, they're gonna have to learn to keep something to themselves. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, vice versa, Aries was the sign we talk about now. At some point in time, they're gonna have to learn how to give to others. You know what I'm saying? Know how to know everything is not pointed how you may see it. You know what I'm saying? And or things shouldn't be how you see it. Things has a different in a lot of collective ways how it should be seen. You know what I'm saying? And it's that all of that should be brought together. So, you know what I'm saying? Another thing about Venus and Aries people, these people can gamble. These people can love. They may love to be first. So when they love to be first, this doesn't always have to be a race or whatever like that. But as far as the competition level, it could be anything. Like, you know, your parents is in competition with your neighbors every day. Oh, look, Miss Jackie just got that fence. I'm gonna go get. You see that little fence over there? I'm gonna go look. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get me a fence. You know what I'm saying? Just little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or a little a motherfucking she just got her branches cut, or the flower garden or something like that, and you know, way up the street, just lady gossiping about this lady way down the street about this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? All forms of competition. You know what I'm saying? At all ages, all levels. You know what I'm saying? So Venus and Aries here could play out like that. You know what I'm saying? So you be the first person on the street, get that, boom, first person on the street, boom, laid out, everything. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing, because it's in Venus. Mars, it may play differently, but it plays well in Aries, Mars in Aries. But we're talking about Venus right now, and Venus in Aries. So, you know what I'm saying? That's in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot more other shit though. But I'm about to do a whole bunch of shit. But I'm about to get into the next sign right now. This motherfucking flight boss bitch, you know, for sure. Air, Venus and Aries.